So in this video, we are going to take a deep dive into the specifics of the trait combo that makes a dismissive avoidant really attracted to someone. And the specific trait combo that I'm going to share can even push the dismissive avoidant into limerence. And there are a lot of scientific, deep-rooted subconscious reasons for that I'm going to explain in this video. Real quick, if you're new here, my name is Sarah Whaling and I'm a certified life, trauma, and relationship coach. I am a former fearful avoidant who started my own healing work years ago, and then I got my certifications and I use my personal and professional experience with what actually works in healing. I tailor personalized plans for my clients to heal insecure attachment styles, healing from childhood trauma, heal wounds from relationships early in life or later in life with individuals with personality disorders that were damaging, and heal everyday pain points such as procrastination or mastery over your boundaries, all with incorporating the subconscious and unconscious mind, which is how we truly heal because that is where trauma is stored. If you're interested in one-on-one telephone coaching, please send me a detailed message via the contact page on my website, and you will receive a follow-up email including my session information. Now, jumping into today's topic. So, what is limerence? Limerence is an intense and can be a destabilizing attraction to someone where an individual kind of obsesses over the person. Now, if you're new to attachment theory and you are not a dismissive avoidant, you might be a little surprised because outwardly, that doesn't sound like a dismissive avoidant. Dismissive avoidants are known to be the attachment style that is slowest to commit and can kind of keep their partners at arm's length. The traits of the dismissive avoidant attachment style might not sound in alignment with an individual that experiences limerence to you if you have a different attachment style, because their behavior is not what you would do if you were experiencing limerence. But what happens with a dismissive avoidant is that they will be feeling these things, but it will present differently outwardly than the other insecure attachment styles. But all insecure attachment styles can experience limerence. Why is this? Because what causes limerence in an individual at a deep rooted subconscious level is the subconscious mind is seeking wholeness outside of itself in another individual in order to fill voids and get unmet needs met. Part of healing an insecure attachment style is meeting deeply unmet needs and healing core wounds. Every insecure attachment style has to do that work to heal. And until then, every insecure attachment style is sort of primed to fall into limerence if their subconscious mind identifies traits in someone else that they perceive will make them whole. Now, the trait combo that I'm going to discuss in this video in regards to what a dismissive avoidant finds irresistible may or may not make them fall into limerence, but this trait combo will definitely make them attracted to someone. Let's jump into the components of this, and the more components someone has, the greater the attraction for the dismissive avoidant. Component number one. Dismissive avoidants are very attracted to individuals who are warm and welcoming, emotionally available to them, non-judgmental, and supportive. You might be thinking, but they aren't the most emotionally available themselves. And while that is true, they are attracted to these things so long as it is not in an overbearing way. Why is this, and what does this mean for your relationship with the dismissive avoidant? These traits basically make your relationship an environment in which the dismissive avoidant feels as comfortable as they can be opening up. And here is the important key of component number one. These traits meet deeply unmet needs from childhood that the dismissive avoidant has. They didn't feel like they got these things growing up. When someone comes along and meets an individual's deeply unmet needs, the person's subconscious mind can really light up and say, wow, this is amazing. This feels so good, and this is where I need to be. The subconscious mind is always seeking to get its needs met in the strategies that it knows. Now, when we do not have healthy strategies in place already to meet our own needs, and we're at a deficit because maybe we don't know how, or maybe we're unconscious to what our unmet needs even are, which doesn't mean we don't still have them. Meeting someone who meets deeply unmet needs can then become the how, and this can really plant the seeds for attraction or limerence to develop. Component number 2. This is the twist to component number 1. The dismissive avoidant will be very attracted to an individual who has the traits I just mentioned in number 1, which basically make connection as comfortable as possible, but who also has an element of independence, because that is also a need, obviously, for dismissive avoidance. So if these elements are there without the threat of engulfment, that is very interesting to the dismissive avoidant. You may have guessed it, but that is typically the fearful avoidant attachment style, as they are very deep connectors and are very good at getting people to open up, but most of the time share the need for independence with the dismissive avoidant. Dismissive avoidants can feel comfortable enough to be attracted in situations in which there is a lack of pressure, and they really appreciate that. They appreciate individuals who respect the fact that they do need time to themselves. All of this in component number 2 has to do with the dismissive avoidance subconscious comfort zone, which is what component number 2 is all about. If a situation is within our subconscious comfort zone, that is a puzzle piece of attraction. Our subconscious comfort zone is basically what our subconscious is familiar with. All of these traits in number 2 allow the dismissive avoidant to be in their subconscious comfort zone. It is normal to them to self-soothe and be independent, and if they feel like they can relatively have those elements without interruption, they're able to really appreciate that relationship. Component number 3. The dismissive avoidant can become very attracted to individuals that are outgoing, wear their heart on their sleeves, have emotional depth, and are kind of free spirits in the way that they live life or carry themselves. Now, why is this? You don't really see this combination of traits expressed by dismissive avoidance. And the pull of component number 3 is a phenomenon known as trait variety. The subconscious mind is always seeking wholeness. If someone is expressing traits that we are not, that we also have a positive association to, we are going to find that very attractive, and the subconscious mind kind of latches onto that. When we do not feel empowered to express these traits that we find desirable, the subconscious mind is primed to seek this outside of us in other individuals. Way back in like caveman days, combining strengths increased chances of literal survival. For instance, someone very intelligent teaming up with someone very strong. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If this video was interesting and helpful to you, please give it a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Take care.